Hello guys, in this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make a wired suspension or a suspension for a wired car. This is an update to my last tutorial, and my last tutorial didn't really use the best methods of building a suspension. So this is an updated one. I have more experience now, and yeah, it's just going to be better for you. Alright, so in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to do two different types of suspensions. Hydraulic suspension, which is good for, like, say, rock crawling or bouncy tires or pretty much anything. It's pretty much good for everything. But then solid prop suspension, which is a little bit better than hydraulic suspension for racing or stiffness, because solid prop suspension is a lot stiffer than typical hydraulic suspension. Now, in this tutorial, I will not be able to talk because I am tired as hell. So I'm going to mess up a lot. So just remember, I'm doing this to help you guys, and just don't get mad at me for messing up a little bit. Anyways, so I'm going to be making a simple little car here. It's not going to be anything special. This is going to be equal to your car, except your car, hopefully you know how to parent. This will be equal to your car with the parented props on top of it. So let's say 60 by 96. And then let's say, well, the first one we're going to do is hydraulic suspension because it's a lot harder. I'm also going to be teaching you how to do the steering as well. So I've spawned a 60 by 96, so I'm going to spawn another one of those just for the solid suspension over there. So for the hydraulic type suspension, you can either do two ways. You can have the same prop stacked on top of each other, just one a lot higher than the other one, and you can just use the same prop. Or you can do what I like to do and use 4 different props, or however many wheels you have. So I'm going to be using the 4 different props. So let's go ahead and decide what tires I want to use here. Let's say A35s. Okay, the thin A45s. Yeah, 35s. Alright. So now just go ahead and move these in position. Pose. Now you've hopefully already made your car that you just want to make the suspension on, and you're not trying to copy this particular vehicle that I'm making, because I'm just going to be going fast on this because, like I said, I'm very tired. And this is not how to make the car, this is how to make the suspension for the car. Shout out to Yurik. Anyways, so now that I've done that, I want to put these down a little bit on the car just in case. So let's go precision and pull it up by, like, say 200. Yeah, 200 is good. Alright, so now, very important, the first thing you want to do to make your suspension, this is the start of the tutorial, is make sure, first of all, that your wheels are make sphericaled. Very important. Now go to rope and put rigid on. Very important. Rigid needs to be on, or else it'll be all wonky. Force limit 0, add length 0 with whatever width you want. I'm going to put it to 1 just so you can see it for this tutorial. Just hit the very center of the wheel using Smart Snap and hit the opposite corner where the other wheel is. You see what I did there? From this tire, from the middle of this tire to the opposite corner of that one. Now from the middle of this tire to the, once again, opposite corner of the back. Basically what this does is this rope, seeing how it's rigid, keeps the wheel from moving forward to backwards. This rope keeps the wheel from moving side to side. They keep it in place, while the hydraulics keep it from going up and down, well, resist up and down movement, just so it gives you a little bit of bounce. So go ahead and do this for all tires. After a while of doing this, it kind of gets pretty easy for you. Okay, now once you've done that, you have the basic of your suspension already set up, believe it or not. So now, like I said before, if you have a body for your car already and you have your base plate, you can just make another one of your base plate and put it above your car body, or you can do the 4 different prop suspension like I like. So for this, I'm going to go to plates, and let's say 24. This does not need to be any particular size at all, so let's go 18. And now I like to just go from the center of this prop to the center of the tire. Alright, and now I'm going to go ahead and pull this one up by, let's say, 1,000% of this target's depth. Okay, right there. Now let's pull it up by, let's see where this goes. Let's see. That's about right. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because you want your prop that your hydraulic's going to be on a little bit above your tires, so your tires don't make a unicorn out of your car, which happens too much. Anyways, now I'm just going to go ahead and mirror these because I know how to, and this is not a tutorial on mirroring. Okay, now I've done that, I want to, well, you want to, or whatever, I want to. I'm going to push these things in by, let's say, 50%, just for simplicity, and you'll see what I mean. Alright, now that I've done that, this thing, the end of this plate is about where the end of the tire is. It doesn't need to be perfect at all, but the better it is, the better your suspension is going to be anyways. Like that, from that going this over here to this over here, it makes a big difference in the quality. Like with this plate back where it was before that, that's probably the quality of China. This over here, that's the quality of, I don't know, what else is better than China? And I don't know. Anyways, so now go to hydraulics, or wire hydraulics. Make sure they're wire hydraulics. Make sure winch mode is disabled and fixed is disabled, and just you can keep this to whatever you want it to be. And then width 0, I only do width 0 because I don't want random little lines floating in midair when I make these invisible. Anyway, so hit the center of your tire to the corresponding smart snap point of your prop that you're connecting them to, whether it be this type of the 4 prop type of suspension holder thingy, or whether it be the 1 type prop type, whatever. Sorry, I told you can't talk. But then again, I am making this tutorial for you, so if you complain about it, yeah, shut up. I don't care, man. Anyways, so I'm done with that. That is basically that's most of your suspension already done. Except now you need to go into E2, expression 2. Make a new expression. Name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it tutorial hydro suspension. Now I'm going to have the inputs of, let's say, just because I'm also going to be teaching how to do the steering, so let's say A and D, and then outputs of length, constant, and damping. And the reason for this, length, constant, and damping, is because with this you get to set what the hydraulics are equal to when they're not being used, which you won't be wiring them to be used or anything. You should know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so just type length equals, and now find whatever the length of the hydraulic equals. By itself right now equals 52.48. So I'm just going to go ahead and round that down to 52. And now go constant, which basically sets the toughness of the hydraulic. The higher this number is, the stronger it's going to be, and the less it's going to bounce. It's going to be stiffer. And typically my baseline is 50,000. And then damping basically makes it to where it has less bounce. It's not stiffer, but it bounces a lot less. And the heavier a car is, the more damping you want. but if your car is too light and you put too high of a damping, it'll just spaz out, so don't do it. Let's go 2000. And now, yeah. Let's also put these two in there. I'll show you what L and R mean later. Let's put this E2 anywhere that I'll remember, so right in the middle in the back. And now just wire, go to wire advanced, and wire length to length, on on all of them. And then of course constant to constant, damping to damping. Basically what this does is it sets the default for all the hydraulics. Because if you didn't do this, if you didn't put length to length or length to the E2 or a constant value, it would just it would want to default to 0, and if it defaults to 0, then your car is going to become a crab or something. Crab car. And now once you're done with that, your suspension is done. Your steering is not done, but your suspension is. When I unfreeze this, the wheels are going to go wonky, but don't worry about that. We're not... Wait a minute. You have to weld these things to the base plate, by the way. Probably forgot to tell you that. And now, make sure the wheels are no collided with anything that they're touching. With mixed spherical, the box gets huge, or the sphere. So I just like to right click no collide them, so they don't interact with anything. Now you can do it. The wheels will be all wonky now, but other than that, you will see that your suspension does work. You see there, your suspension's working. Anyways, so now what you want to do is go to ball socket advanced and make sure that you find what north and south is on your map. You can do this in multiplayer by spraying your spray, and the top of your spray always faces north. But I'm in single player right now, and sprays don't work in single player for some stupid reason. So the way to find this is to go to pretty much any plate or anything, it doesn't really matter, any prop, spawn 2 of them, go to advanced ball socket, and set all of the values to -0, or to 0 to the 0.1s, all minimums to -0.1, all maximums to 0.1. Oh, that was a maximum, wasn't it? Ah, crap. Okay, you are a maximum, and you are a minimum, so -0.1. And now set x maximum to -180, and x minimum to -180, x maximum to 180. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and save this, because you have to do this quite a bit, and I just like to save it as a slave socket. So now hit the top, hit the bottom plates, and now it only moves north to south. It doesn't move side to side. It doesn't have any other degree of rotation, just north to south. So once you're done with that, you want to go to advanced ball socket and ball socket the back wheels to the base plate, and then the front wheels will be ball socketed to your steering prop, which is another part of this tutorial. So the first thing you want to do is decide on a steering prop. The smaller or the thinner your steering prop is, the less torque it's going to have of rotation, which means it's not going to turn as fast or be as strong. So you want to make it a fairly large one. It doesn't have to be. I've made them with these 2s and it works, but not very great. Anyways, just go ahead and precision move this to your base plate, and then make sure it's axis centered to your base plate and not welded, just axis, so it can spin around. And now spawn the same exact type of prop. I'm pretty sure I used 36. And now just weld this one onto your base plate. A little distance behind it. It doesn't have to be any particular distance, but just a little distance like that. And now make sure that these are no collided with the base plate. And now go to wire hydraulic again. And then right click on your steering prop. And then just place the pod controller anywhere on the left side. Well, if you're doing a left one, place it on the left side. On the right one, do it on the right side. Just to help you and like figure out which is which, because if you don't, then you won't know what you're doing. Anyways, so now once you've done that, go back to advanced ball socket, because I just realized I forgot to do the front wheels, and left click on the front wheels with the same settings, and then left click on your steering plate, and make damn sure that free movement is checked, because if you don't, this will not work. So if you don't have it checked, go back to all your wheels and press R on all your wheels with the ball socket tool, and then make sure free movement is checked and go do it again. Very important. You can't say I didn't tell you. Anyways, so now go to wire, back to expression, and let's find out what this equals right here. 25, let's just say 25.94. So go down and write L equals 25.94 and R equals 25.94, seeing how they're both equal to each other. And basically what this is doing is a left hydraulic, right hydraulic for left and right steering. Left hydraulic by default equals 25.94, and right hydraulic equals that too. Basically what this means, it means if neither A or D, these two up here, are being pressed, they default back to their normal position, which will straighten out the car. And if these are 0, then they'll both be trying to pull back by default, or if you haven't wired these, they'll both be trying to pull back by default, which will spaz out your car, probably. Anyways, so now go type if. Basically, the if statement says, if this happens, then that happens. If this cause, then this effect. So if, in normal parentheses, like 9 and 0 keys, write if A, which basically means if A is being pushed. Now write in squiggly parentheses, L equals, let's say 15, we're just going to minus 10, so 15.94, comma, no spaces, R equals 35.94. Basically what this means, if A is being pushed, then the left hydraulic will equal less to pull, and the right hydraulic will equal more to push. Basically what that does is it will turn your steering prop. Now do the same exact thing for D, but the other way around. So L equals 35.94 and R equals 15.94. And now that's not. I was going to tell you to do constant 2 and damping 2 to make your, actually yeah, let's go ahead and just do it. So write constant 2 here, constant 2 and damping 2. And basically what we're going to wire this to is your steering hydraulics. And this is because, damn it, this, sorry guys, this is because you want them to be somewhat fast moving, but you want them to be very strong, so they default back to the position very quickly. Sorry, I think my dog is dying in my room, but I don't know. Damn, someone needs Jesus. Anyways, damping equals, let's say it's gonna be a light prop, so let's say 1,000, and constant 2 equals, let's say 15,000. Upload and exit. That's a cat, that's not a dog. Anyways, go back to wire advanced. Wire length from the left side, like I told you, put it on the left, to L, L for left, and wire length from the right one to R, at the right side. Now wire constant to constant 2, and let's leave damping unwired for right now, just to see how it works. And now the last thing you need to do to make this complete is get a seat, place it on a car. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I'm going to go ahead and just put this in the very, very, very center of the car. Doesn't need to be, but whatever. Anyways, weld that there. Let's go ahead and make sure it's no collided, and then go to pod controller. Just left click pod controller, or place one, and then right click the pod controller, and then right click the seat, and then just go back to wire advanced. And it's not called advanced for any particular reason. It's actually easier than the other ones. Wire A to A and D to D. Once you've done that, you should have a working suspension and steering. So let's go ahead and find out. You're going to want to play with the weights a little bit of your tires and everything on. But as you see here, the steering is working okay. And the suspension is working fantastically. It's kind of stiff right now because it's a very light car. If I put the weight down up to, like, let's say 15,000 or something, that might be a little heavy. Yeah, that's a lot heavy. All right, let's go like 3,000. There we go. You can see the suspension really in action here. And now you see how the wheels are wobbling a little bit? That's what damping should do. That's what damping counteracts. So go to wire advanced, and then just wire damping from the steering props to damping 2, which gives it a damping of 1,000, which means it'll bounce back into place really quickly. And the higher that number is, the faster it will. But like I said, if it's too high and the props are too light, it will spaz out and break your car. Thank you for watching my simple tutorial on how to make a wired suspension. Oh wait a minute, yeah, I forgot about solid prop suspension. So anyways, the reason why I did hydraulic suspension first is because it's very simple to convert hydraulic suspension to solid prop suspension. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the hydraulics. It wouldn't be solid prop suspension with them. Sorry, I can't talk right now, guys. Anyways, now I'm going to unweld these plates by pressing R on them, and it uses the same plates and everything. And now you're gonna want to make sure that these are on an angle. The higher the angle is, the stronger your suspension will be. If there's no angle, your suspension will be really bad. So anyways, I'm gonna angle them at like 20 degrees. Just gonna rotate them. Whoops, didn't mean to move them. That's a rotate. Rotate them up like that. Just do this on all of them, all 4 of them. And now re-weld them to the base plate. And very simple, just get a rope, make sure it's rigid, and put the width down to 0. The width, by the way, guys, does not mean anything. All it means is what you see. And click the center of the tire, click the outside part of this prop, and basically what that does is that will effectively make a suspension for you. Now, the heavier the props that you're roping the wheels to are, the stiffer your suspension is. But then, of course, it also comes at a price. If they are too heavy and your engine can't carry them, then, you know. Anyways, you see how stiff they are. They're nice and bouncy, and they're a good type of suspension. The higher you make them, no matter what, the stiffer this will be. Now, this will have 0 bounce in it whatsoever. Whoa. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it has a little bit more bounce in it. Anyways, this rule does apply, though. The heavier it is, the more stiff it is. I'm guessing it's just because the base plate here is too light to carry them, or something. I don't really know, but that is a true fact, so whatever. Anyways, thank you for watching my tutorial, and I hope this helped. I'm gonna go ahead and just set these back down to what they were, so you can see nice soft suspension as your ending images. Thank you, have a good day.